very strange. This is my room and should be empty now, but the door is open. It is not locked, and I could hear some strange voice from the inside. Human voice maybe. Who's it at this time? The burglar maybe? No kidding, the burglar in a student dormitory at this time of the day? It's impossible. Just in front of the door, I stood still and wondering what should I do next. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow students, my colleagues, honorable guests, this is the story I had more than 30 years ago when I first studied psychology at the graduate school of UCSD, at University of California, San Diego. I've been here in this dormitory for more than 3 months. I was a student of the graduate school. So I kept almost all my personal belongings at the office of the graduate school. On that day, after the class, I came back to the dormitory only to find my room was preoccupied by somebody. I was wondering just in front of the door, what should I do next? But there's nothing but open the door and check who's it. I made up my mind and opened the door. There, the scene is in front of me is incredible. I couldn't believe my eyes because there are more than a dozen young American girls reading a magazine or listening to music, playing cards and dancing and jumping, singing songs and enjoying themselves a great deal. And half of them were half naked. As I said, I couldn't believe my eyes, or I thought that as if I were in a paradise. But sudden scream brought me back to the reality. A young, tall American girl who seems the leader of that group came running up to me and pushed me back out of the room. And we had a talk outside. She said, "Mister, are you going to use this room together with us?" I said, "What are you talking about? This is my own room." She said, No, miss, it's impossible. We already checked in and we already brought our baggage inside. As I said, I've been in that room for more than 3 months, and at that time, there was no one else using that room together with me. So I was the only resident in that room. So there should be no one else but me. There must have been some terrible mistake in the room allotment in the dormitory office. So, asking the leader of the girl to join with me, I went to the dormitory office. It's just 1 block away from my building, and I know the person in charge very well because I have been in that dormitory for more than 3 months. That woman, the person in charge, is a woman who is very kind and generous, named Jane. I called her Jane to the counter, and when she came to the counter, I explained what had happened in my room. At first, Jane was smiling, but gradually she turned pale, and asking us to wait at the counter, she went backside of the room to have some talk with the boss. Yes, while waiting at the counter, I was very relaxed because I did nothing wrong. Yes, for 3 months I was staying in that room. I didn't anything wrong, and I already paid my fee. But on the contrary, the girl's chief seems very worried and frustrated. No wonder, I thought. Maybe the girls in my room are required to move to another building, another room. You see, it's late evening, so late afternoon, so it's getting darker and darker outside. You see, it's very dangerous and sometimes very troublesome to move to another room in another building in the darkness. So I felt very sorry for the girls, but it couldn't be helped. I did nothing wrong. I was just relaxed, awaiting Jane. Then Jane came back with the boss. Very serious look on their faces. And the boss said to me, Mr. Toyama, we are very, very sorry that we didn't let you know that the event we're going to have at this weekend. Oh, nothing wrong, it's okay. It had nothing to do with me, so the event is the event. Yes, that is the biggest event in America, one of the biggest events in America. It is All America Cheerleaders Contest. All America Cheerleaders Contest. Sounds great. Yeah. Yes, it is a great event for this campus. You see, so that's why this weekend more than 2,000 young American girls are supposed to gather on this campus. You said 2,000? 2,000 young American girls who are cheerleaders? It was incredible. Yes, that's why almost all the rooms are still already occupied by those girls. And Mr. Toyama, we are very sorry, we lost track of you. So I'm going to ask you to move to another room, to another building. Oh, that is a very good idea. What did you say? You see, at that time, I was staying in that room for more than 3 months, enjoyed my stay there, and did nothing wrong, and already paid a fee. And this time, I'm going to be kicked out of the room by the cheerleaders. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you one question. Right? What would you do if you are in my place? Right? What would you do? Put yourself in my place and just imagine, what would you do? Right. You can get very angry and pounding the door, pounding the desk, and got angry and shouting back, I don't move, so I don't move. So they let the girls, have big little girls, go outside the room. You can do that. Right. Or you can weep. Well, how terrible the situation is. I don't want to move, but I can. I should. So this is a terrible story I had. Yeah, either way. Right. But what should I do? Right. What do you do? What do you think I did? Right. In my case, I just laughed. Laughed and laughed and laughed until tears came down from my eyes. See? And Jen and both looked at me in surprise, and the cheerleaders coach looked at me also in surprise. They must have thought that, oh, this Oriental must have gone mad. But I didn't. After laughing, I said to Jen, boss and the leader, thank you very much to give me such a rare chance. You see, this is a very, very rare chance I cannot get with money. You see, 3 months ago, I came to this campus all the way from Tokyo, right, to study psychology, only to be kicked out of the room by cheerleaders. This is a very good souvenir story for the students waiting for me back in Japan. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your kindness. Okay, I move, but don't worry about that. I shall never forget the relieved look on their faces. The leader of the group was almost crying. Right? And the boss and Jane said, Mr. Toyama, on behalf of the dormitory office of University of California, San Diego, we really appreciate your sense of humor. Yes, I dealt with that situation I was in with a sense of humor. Right? Do you know the real meaning of sense of humor? I myself didn't know that meaning until that time. But that time, I really knew the power of the humor sense of humor. At that time, I could get angry, I could feel very sorry for that situation, but at that time, I could handle that situation very well with a sense of humor. And I was happy, and Jen and boss are happy too, and the coach and cheerleaders are happy. Everybody is happy, nothing wrong. So, I really want you to know the real meaning of the sense of humor. Sense of humor is not just a technique to make people laugh at you. Sense of humor is not the technique to make very serious, very funny jokes. No way. The sense of humor is a way of looking at the situation you are in from different angle, different situation, different perspective, so that you can come up with a new idea hidden in that situation. And that meaning helps you to survive in that situation and go up to the next phase. So, sense of situation, a sense of humor is a very important technique, method of living for everybody. Why? Because sense of humor is sense of human. Only human being has a sense of humor. So let's develop a sense of humor and to deal with the difficulties and troubles you have in your life. Thank you.